friends. Welcome to God Focus this morning. The title of today's episode, Godliness with Contentment. We want to find ourselves in a state of contentment. People often have differing ideas about how to find that place of peace. The Apostle Paul wrote to a young convert named Timothy to encourage him to follow the right path. 1 Timothy 6, 4 through 5. He is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil surmising, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself. Paul was warning Timothy not to get caught up in the trappings of this life. Many were materialistic and loved to argue with others. He was warning him not to be proud and not to argue with those who only wanted to argue for the sake of argument. They did not want to discuss to learn, and they do not want to understand what it means to be godly, then walk away from those corrupt people. 1 Timothy 6 and 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Let me read that again. But godliness with contentment is great gain. This is the point of this letter to Timothy. He wanted him to be aware of and remember that true contentment comes from a godly life. When we have contentment in Jesus, we have gained much. Maybe not in the material wealth and things of this life, but in peace. The word contentment means a state of peaceful happiness, satisfaction with one's circumstances or life, having enough peace to know that they do not need great amounts of material things and money. Jesus can give us such a feeling. 1 Timothy 6, 7 through 9. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain that we carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. If we allow ourselves to become restless and feel less than because we do not have the newest gadget or drive the newest car, then the lack of contentment will cause us to do all sorts of things to fulfill our desires. As with anything in life, we can allow it to become out of balance. When greed takes us over and we desire money more than anything else, we have lost our focus, contentment, and are headed for a fall. 1 Timothy 6 and 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. It is not wrong to have money, and it is not wrong to have material things as long as you have the right perspective. It says that the love of money. When people love money more than anything else, they have lost their faith and their God focus. Their desire for money will cause them to compromise their principles and their faith. When we do this, we have lost something far greater than we could ever gain monetarily. 1 Timothy 6, 11 and 12. But thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. Paul warns Timothy to flee the desires of the flesh to want material things, to flee pride and walk in righteousness, faith, love, patience, meekness, and godliness. When we choose to walk in these things, we will find contentment because of our godliness, and we can be a light to many by simply choosing to walk in contentment and in peace. And that is a great gift. Thanks for watching. Until next time, be bold, be brave, and keep your God focus. Like, share, and subscribe for more encouragement. Have a wonderful day.